We're just two guys with one mission, and we've chosen to accept it for some reason. It's time to tell them what we mean, what we say.
Right, start that again.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. The fuck?
What the fuck did we just watch?
So we just watched Cannibal Ferox.
Yeah.
AKA Make Them Die Slowly from 1981, directed by Umberto Lenzi. And
fuck that guy.
And it's really I didn't make any notes because we were having a good laugh at it, because it opens up with a guy who looks like Charlie Brooker being beaten up by a guy who looks like Rick Wakeman, and then
shit face,
and then it just descends into animal snuff and extreme violence and really
almost no plot,
really horrible characters.
Yeah, well, not all of them are horrible. I mean, she was alright right up until the last bit.
Yeah, but this is where we're going with this.
Okay.
Right? Like, this is...
So the plot...
The plot is basically a woman who believes that cannibalism is a made-up racist myth in order to propagate the idea of the savage to basically promote colonialism and imperialism, and goes to the Amazon...
with her brother and a slag.
Okay. A 70s woman, should we say.
Okay. A woman of loose virtue. Is that better for you?
No.
Okay.
Because it implies that...
She likes doing cocaine and sleeping with anybody that she can.
She likes doing cocaine and having a lot of sex. It's just her way. It's how, it's how God made her. Let's face it.
Okay, so...
And they go into the Amazon, and then they end up meeting Giovanni Lamberto Radice, who is a heroin dealer, cocaine smuggler, and emerald miner.
Thief.
Well, I don't know where emeralds come from.
No.
They say it was in the river, so I guess you have to...
Pan for them?
Pan for them, yeah.
I guess.
And then there's lots of stuff about how they were attacked by cannibals. None of it, and then it doesn't turn out to be true. It turns out that Giovanni Lamberto Radice is just insane.
Yeah, just an absolute lunatic, high on cocaine, and decides to go on a kill crazy murder spree.
Yeah, he calls Patricia, her name is, he called her a hot pussy little whore.
Yeah.
Which somehow she doesn't mind so much.
No, and then repeatedly calls the esteemed educated lady a twat.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty nasty towards everyone.
Yeah.
Like, during the dirty talk session, they say, how would you like to make it with a native girl? And we think, oh god, there's going to be some sort of assault going on here. But actually, he just meant to kill the person.
Yeah, he just
because he's insane.
See some blood.
He's a really, really horrible person who then gets kidnapped by the adults of the tribe. Yeah, gets his penis cut off. Yeah. And then everyone gets thrown in a cage. Patricia is hung from her breasts on hooks. Yeah. The brother assistant guy is chased and he's killed by a dart.
Poison dart to the chest.
To his chest, and
after being attacked by piranhas.
After being attacked by piranhas. And then when it gets to the when it gets to the end, the lady manages to escape the Amazon, and she writes her thesis on the end of how cannibalism isn't real because violence begets violence. Yeah. But then she decides to make up the entire story. Yeah. Of what actually happened. Yeah. She appears to agree with the story she never heard. That the police chasing her guide says the boat capsized and everybody was eaten by alligators. Yeah, and she never heard that. She never heard that, but then apparently has claimed that that's what happened to everybody that she was with, and that cannibalism is still a myth and that it doesn't exist at all, even though she's seen it with her own eyes, and there's no reason for her to do that. And I just don't understand. Yeah, and I don't understand. Why didn't she just tell the truth and write her story? What did she write in the doctorate? This is what I'm. Well, she just said no, it's not real. Yeah. Just over and over again until how much is it? How many book pages is a doctorate? Like 7? No human eating makes Patricia a dull thesis writer. Yeah, it's
It's a really odd ending because surely the ending should have been. It turns out it was all true.
It turns out it's man.
Yeah.
It's basically this is a really
It's horrible for all the wrong reasons. It's horrible for the fucking real animal murder, which there's at least four.
There was way more than 4. There's an
alligator. There's the turtle's fucking really disturbing.
turtle.
Which, considering Cannibal Holocaust is the one that gets the reputation for they killed a real turtle in there. It's just like this is really bad. Watching this, the snake killing the
anteater or so whatever it is,
tapir or whatever it is.
There's
something killing a snake.
The like a iguana or whatever it's called, like some lizard eating.
Which alright, that's kind of nature, but it's the people killing the animals.
A leopard
fucking
eats a monkey.
A leopard eats a monkey. A monkey did die.
It's really like it's just.
I mean, the effects are quite good.
Yeah. Like all the gore effects, like they put a lot of effort into the whole thing, but they just kind of I just don't understand why we needed to watch all the real animal deaths.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
It's not something I necessarily want to do for my entertainment.
No,
and it kind of just makes me feel a bit sad.
Yeah, exactly. It puts me not on the film's side.
Yes.
Whereas, if that wasn't in there, you'd be a little bit more engrossed in what's actually going on. But at a certain point, your brain just like goes, "Fuck this movie."
Yeah.
I don't want to watch this shit.
Yes, exactly.
This is fucking horrible.
It's a real piece of shit.
Yeah.
And
the acting, a couple of people are alright, but for the most part, it is your typical B-movie schlock acting.
I'd say, it's really difficult to get over it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all this bullshit, then compounded at the end with that nonsensical ending.
Yeah.
Now, I'd seen this before, but I never saw it uncut.
Okay.
So I imagine the first time I saw it, most of the animal snuff stuff was taken out.
Very probably. You would assume that was what would be cut. Also, were all the New York bits in it? Because they're really jarring, the cuts from kind of...
Yeah,
you'll get half an hour of action in the jungle and Cannibal... Well...
No, it wasn't even half an hour. It was like an hour of, like, in the jungle.
And then all of a sudden just switches back to, hey, remember those cops that were trying to find that guy?
Yeah, and Rick Wakeman's back.
And Rick Wakeman's back kicking the shit out of a woman. Literally kicking a woman in the face.
Yeah,
it's just nasty. Not even in like a horror kind of nasty way. It's just mean-spirited.
Yeah, mean-spirited. Just like
that's the best way to put it.
It feels like they just thought, okay, let's just be as outrageous as we possibly can.
Yeah,
because maybe we'll get some attention. Now, I've seen other movies Umberto Lenzi has done.
Okay.
And I don't remember them being as mean-spirited as that, or as like exploitative,
right,
as that. And I gotta say,
fuck him and fuck this movie.
Yeah, fuck this movie. Yeah, fuck it. You want to score it?
Oh gosh, it's gonna be pretty low.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's for story. What would you give it?
2, purely because it's it's kind of easy to follow, even though it's bullshit. And it's kind of confusing because of these jarring cuts. You go from that one scene in the start where it's just like, we're looking for this guy. Do you know where this guy is? No, I don't. Bang, you're dead. Cut to jungle and 3 people who aren't that guy. So you've already taken a leap there. And then eventually the guy does turn up. I don't know, and that fucking ending is just ridiculous.
For me, it was like the story wasn't particularly interesting, and any grace that I could give it was automatically removed by all the animal stuff.
Yeah.
So it's actually going to get a 0 from me.
I don't know,
I'm going to give it a 0.
I don't know, I am going to disagree, because story-wise, at the very least, they put in 2 little bits of essentially monologue for the lady. The first one where she's saying, this is why I don't think cannibalism's real. I think it was the horseshit made up by Western society to treat these people as savages when the conquistadors came through and stuff like that. So I'm going, that's kind of a clever idea. I mean, I don't think it's true.
But I would put that in the creativity section rather than the story section.
Oh, okay. Well, story is some people get to the jungle and kind of get taken on by cannibals, but again, there's only really 2 bits of cannibalism that we ever see. Is that what we figured?
Was it 2? Was it even?
There's the eaters.
Yeah, so
you know when they cut that off.
They eat
and
his penis
and the sick guy who
and they eat his liver,
like guts and liver and that. I think those are the only 2 bits we see. So again, not that much cannibalism in a cannibal film.
Yeah,
which is weird. But yeah, it's just people get lost in the jungle, get set upon by some people. 1 then.
You're gonna give it.
I'm not gonna go 0 because again, story wise.
You see, I would have given it.
Story wise, you can follow it.
I was giving it.
I know you're marking it down because of
I'm
the
marking
animal
it down.
stuff.
I'm giving the 1 point that it might have had. It loses.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I would have given it a 1.
Okay.
It loses that point on the basis of
Okay,
its,
but the animal killing.
irresponsibility.
Yeah, but that's nothing to do with the story. That's merely like a shock factor.
All right, so I'm going to put it back up to a 1. You made a good point there, so I'll give it a 1 as well. For the gore, now for me, this is where the film excelled.
Yes. Yeah, the effects were good. The guts and stuff like that looked like guts and stuff that
Yeah.
looked like they were eating. The dick cutting off bit was pretty sweet. I'm still not sure what I saw because it's so quickly done. I don't think I saw somebody's cock and balls getting ripped off.
I don't think his testicles were removed, but I think like
Something got cut off, and it was a quick enough cut that it was just like, oh Jesus Christ!
he had a frontispiece.
Yes,
I think it's correct. I don't know.
A frontispiece.
A frontispiece, and it was a little bit
and the
rubbery because you could see some of the rubber strings, but it's still
Okay.
like I mean.
the hooks through the boobs looked really good.
Yeah, it
especially when she was actually hung up on them.
Yeah, it was
that
rough.
looked pretty fucking.
It was rough.
Yeah, it looked pretty fucking. Realistic.
And I'm not sure how they would have done that effect.
I was trying to figure that out while we were watching it. I was just like, I don't know how you do that. Because the actual piercing bit, yeah,
Yeah, you use a
that's
fake
just
boob.
a fake boob. But then when she's actually hanging off them, it's just like,
Yeah, there was like,
damn.
I mean, generally it was like quite rough. I might go as high as a 4, just because I could see the effect sometimes, and it definitely loses points when they're cutting that guy open and they basically just got some red on a stick.
Oh yeah, very much. I'm gonna go 3 because it's not the greatest I've ever seen, but it wasn't terrible.
Okay, for the overall creativity of the movie.
It's not that creative though, is it?
No, it isn't. It's just a cannibal movie. It's
People go to the woods.
Now, this is the year after
terrorised.
Cannibal Holocaust, so it's
Okay.
it's a rip-off for a start, and it's just they thought, oh, if we throw in loads of animal snuff, then that's rough,
Yeah, exactly.
and it's just fuck it, like
and,
any
yeah,
grace,
and it's not creative to do that. That's
any
just
grace
fucking-
it would have had has been lost because of the animal snuff. So I'm going to give it a 0 for me.
I think I will join you on that.
Yeah,
That's where I would throw them under the bus for the fucking animal cruelty. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
just like that's not
That's
creative.
what I-
That's not creative. That's just fucking horrible.
yeah, and for logical sense. Now, it would have scored quite highly
Right
up
up until the end.
up until the end, and then I really don't understand,
No.
like why.
No, and also I don't understand why Mike's trying to fuck everybody over at all times. Like when he's got the opportunity to help the girls out of the kiln or whatever the fuck it was. Why did he then chop the rope? He's like, "Oh, see ya." It's like, well, surely you would want help getting away at that point. Any ally is an ally at that point. So that doesn't make any fucking sense either.
I mean,
He's already had his. I mean,
was he-
logic's already out the window at this point anyway, because he's had his cock cut off at least 24 hours before that, and he's up and running around and
Yeah.
fucking, that's already out the fucking window.
and it's not as if it's like one of those movies that it's like got twists and turns and you don't know what's real and what's not. It's basically like he's psycho because he's on a lot of cocaine, or he's just a psycho.
I think the implication is the coke fucking made him go crazy, and he's somehow still got some and doing it. I mean, he only had a little thing of it. I've gone through more than that in like fucking 2 hours. How he's been doing this over the past...
go through that.
Yeah, how he's been doing that over the fucking past couple of weeks, I have no idea.
No,
Because it doesn't even say anywhere that,
I mean,
like,
there's
when they were getting the rubies, they also found this fucking massive coke stash. So, that's not even implied that, like, he's got a big fucking ton of it somewhere.
yeah, and it's not as if it's like his eyes were real wide and he was sniffing
Exactly, yeah, he
constantly,
wasn't,
like,
he wasn't like bad lieutenant,
yeah, it's like.
that's fucking coke.
Yeah.
that's movie coke.
And to be fair, he does go crazy,
Mm-hmm.
but even then, it's somehow less crazy than
Yeah.
Giovanni.
He
did.
just turns into an asshole.
Well, I think the implication was he was always an asshole,
Yeah.
and the coke just made him crazy. But then he got really into murdering people, but not just murdering, like being like a sadist.
Yeah. So do you think that's it? Do you think he's just become this fucking sadist? The coke set him off, then he started murdering, then he just turned into a sadist. Is that the implication? I mean,
Is that the
I mean,
well,
none,
maybe
none of that comes across in the movie.
Maybe it's something like
I think we're reading into it way more than Umberto Lenzi did.
Maybe it's something even like I don't know, like was it Stanford Prison Experiment where people were
Yeah.
split up into
Took
prisoners,
like, what, 3 days?
and the guards
to get
basically
fucking
just
medal?
went crazy, like I'm drunk with power, and he's thinking, "Oh, I'm in the Amazon, no one's gonna know. I can just do it."
I can just General Kurtz it and just go fucking mental.
I I mean, for me, it was pretty easy to follow the story, but it loses a lot of points for the ending and the logic of the characters. And so I'm probably going to give it a 1 if I was going to give it anything. But then I might even knock it down to a 0 based on the animal snuff, because fuck this movie.
I might knock it down to a 0 purely for that fucking ending, because there's no rhyme or reason why she would then
because everything that happened to her proved her case.
Yeah, exactly.
She was saying that it isn't real, and every time she encountered any form of cannibalism, it was as an extreme retaliation for the Westerner coming in and fucking shit up.
Okay, but
that's why it doesn't make any sense that she would go along with they all got eaten by the alligators. No one's a cannibal.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make it doesn't.
No,
okay.
I know that doesn't make sense.
It's a 0 for me. I'm giving it a 0.
I still don't even think at that point she would go with the theory that it's still a myth that cannibalism is a thing. She watched people eat people. No matter what the reasons for it, she still saw people eat people, so she saw cannibalism.
Yeah.
So to say cannibalism is still a myth.
Well, I think she meant it as like a culture.
Okay.
It was like, oh, the people in the Amazon, they're cannibals. They're cannibal savages.
Yeah.
When they weren't really... It's not something like they did it all the time.
No,
They did it twice.
I guess.
And I guess...
I don't know, because I got... I guess you're right. It's just I can't switch my mind off from the fact that I know that no matter what the cultural reasons are, cannibalism was real. Maybe still is in certain parts of the world. I don't know for definite. But, like, listening to...
Well, I think we're talking in the context of the movie.
In the context of the movie, I guess they weren't cannibals till they were driven to it by Mike being a fucking knobhead.
Yeah.
Right.
Knobhead is putting it mildly.
A shithead. As everybody seems to be in this film.
So what are you going to score it?
Yeah, fuck your 0.
Alright.
Fuck this movie.
And for the music.
Oh, man.
Which was actually pretty good.
It was actually pretty fucking good, but I don't want to score this movie highly. I'll go 2 then. It was good. It was the best bit about the fucking movie.
Yeah, I'm going to give it... I would actually rate it way higher.
Yeah.
But because of fuck this movie, and I'm gonna give it a 3.
Yeah,
which is
the music's actually a 4, but I'm scoring it a 2 because fuck this movie.
Exactly. So you're giving it a 2, I'm giving it a 3.
I want it scored as not the worst music ever because it wasn't. It was actually fucking damn good. But fuck this movie.
Okay, and it's a 14 out of 50.
Still seems too high.
It still seems too high, but that's what we scored it.
Okay. Again, the music's kind of saving it.
Music and the gore was saving it.
Yeah.
And lastly, would you recommend this film?
Not to anybody.
I would say if you want to pursue a lucrative career in serial murder, and you're a real sick fuck who doesn't deserve to share the same.
Or you're a teenager who's eventually going to turn into a serial killer.
Yes.
Because they love a little bit of animal torture and that, don't they?
Yes. Basically, if you're a real sick fuck.
Yeah.
You'll probably quite like this movie, and don't tell me.
But it's not.
Don't tell me that you like it, because I will judge you.
Yeah, I will judge the fuck out of you if you say you like this movie.
If you say, "Oh, Cannibal Ferox is my favourite movie," I will really, really judge you. But if you say, "Hey, I bought the Cannibal Ferox soundtrack," and I quite like it, I probably won't judge you as much.
No.
But if you say you like the film, then I will judge the living balls out of you.
I might even kick those balls.
I probably wouldn't go that far, but I might get away from it. I might get as far away from that person as possible, just...
But then they might be like, and the best bits were those animal torture bits.
Yeah, and then I go...
That'd be kicking the nuts.
No, I would tell them to fuck off, and then I would just walk away.
It's like a verbal version of the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm telling them to
and
fuck
if
off
you're a famous
with my foot to their nuts.
And if you were a famous person who said, "Oh, I look like..." If I met Robert Zombie, and he said, "Oh, I really love Cannibal Ferox," I would go... That's terrible, Robert Zombie.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself, and I don't want to be your friend.
No, and you only made 2 good movies anyway. Go fuck yourself.
Which are your 2?
First 2. Fuck both Halloween ones, and go fuck yourself on Lords of fucking
You don't
Salem.
like Lords of Salem?
Fuck off,
I
no.
like Lords of Salem's great.
It's horseshit.
It's better than Devil's Rejects.
It's... No, fuck you. What are you fucking talking about?
It is, it's better. It's way better.
Not a fucking chance.
No, I don't
Fucking
like
Devil's Rejects do.
I don't
Devil's
like
Rejects better than House of a Thousand
I
Corpses.
don't like it.
Lords of Salem's fucking boring.
No, Lords of Salem is great.
And it's got too much Sherry fucking Moon in it. And I never thought I would say that because she's lovely.
No, but I like
She cannot fucking act.
I like the story of Lords of Salem, and
It's
I
like
like
fucking witchy poo bullshit.
And I like that it's almost a Ken Russell movie, but not quite.
Yeah, but it's not quite, is it?
Yeah, but I like that because Ken's dead, and that's the closest I'm going to get to a new Ken Russell movie.
Well, yeah, just watch the old ones because
I do.
They're all better than Lords of Salem. His worst film is better than fucking Lords of Salem.
What? Ken Russell's worst film is better than Lords of Salem.
Yeah.
Okay, well that I can agree with. Did you see that one, 31?
Yes.
Single-handedly,
No,
it was a piece of shit, Steve. That movie was fucking shit.
I'm not going to say it's good.
It's not even better than...
It had some good bits in it.
No, it doesn't. It's a waste of time.
I'm not saying it's better than Lords of
Salem. Such a waste of time.
I think you think I'm about to say it's better than Lords of Salem. I'm not, but I got some good bits in it. In the same way, Lords of Salem had some good bits in it.
I haven't seen
movie.
the Halloween remakes, and
don't
I'm not
bother.
going to.
Don't bother.
But I can imagine that 31 is his worst movie.
So far. Ooh, I don't know. Halloween 2 is really fucking bad. Like, Halloween 1's bad, but Halloween 2 is really fucking bad.
Yeah, but like I haven't watched a movie that made me angry for the time I wasted. Because you know me, I can't get to.
Did 31 make you angry?
Yeah, it made me really angry. It
That's
really
interesting.
pissed me off.
That's
I was
interesting.
like going, oh fuck. Like I can't pay my rent, but this guy can get this amount of money to
Well, you went in a shock rock outfit, weren't you?
It was really funny because I wrote.
You went in a band that ripped off everybody around you and did it badly.
I wrote
became
a
massively
script.
popular.
I wrote a script and I sent it to some producer friends, and they said, "Yeah, no one's going to give you the money to make this." And I went, "Well, someone gives Rob Zombie money to keep making movies." And then they said, "Tony, Rob Zombie sells out stadiums."
Yeah, that's precisely my point.
When you do, someone will give you the money to make your brain farts.
Oh, indeed.
Okay, so
Anyway,
Cannibal Ferox, Lords of Salem.
Fuck
was
Lords of
great.
Salem.
Fuck 31.
Can't disagree with that. Fuck Halloween. Fuck Halloween 2.
I didn't see them, but
Big up Devil's Rejects. It's fucking awesome. Go fuck yourself. Bye. Bye. Love you, bye.
Okay, we gotta go.
Bye. Devil's Rejects is fucking brilliant. What are you on about?